Hello everyone, welcome to the world of Python programming. In today's lecture, we will discuss built-in data types and standard data types in Python. So without any further delay, let us get started. In the last lectures, we learned about variables in Python. In this lecture, we will learn about different kinds of values that are assigned to variables. In Python, every value has a data types. Since everything is an object in Python programming, data types are actually classes and variables are instance means objects of these classes. Okay, generally when we assign a value to a variable, then needs to know the data types of the variable. Different languages like C, Java, and other high level languages. For example, I am assigning a value to a variable which is an integer or a string or a float type. Okay, but the best part in the Python, we do not need to tell Python about the data type of any variable because Python is super smart. It will try to figure it out all by itself. Okay, Python interpreter will automatically interpret variables a as an integer type with the help of this value. Python enables us to check the data type of the variable used in the program. Python provides us the type function, as you know very well, which returns the type of the variable passed. Okay, now standard data types in Python. In all languages, a variable can hold different types of values. For example, a person's name must be stored as a string, whereas its ID must be stored as an integer. Okay, so in this way, Python provides various standard data types that define the storage method on each of them. They are number, sequence type, Boolean, set, and dictionary. This is diagrammatical representation of Python data types. They are divided in numeric, second one dictionary, third one Boolean, next one set, next one is sequence type. Here, numeric data types are also further divided in three types. They are integers value. They included 1, 2, 3 as a whole number. Maybe positive, maybe negative. Second one, complex number. It's included, for example, I plus 2j, I plus 3j, and so on. Next one, float. Float includes decimal number. For example, 0.5, 10.7, and so on. Now, sequence type is also divided in three types: string, list, and tuple. Okay, let's discuss one by one in detail. First one is numbers. What is numbers? Numbers stores numeric values. Python numbers data types are belongs to integer, float, and complex values. Python provides the type function to know the data type of the variable. Similarly, the isInstance function is used to check an object belongs to a particular class. Okay, let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some example. C. In first cell, I am defining a value 5 to a variable a, and then I'm printing just the type of a with the help of type of a function. Okay, so now let's run the code. Here the type of a, that is class int, as I already told you. Here the type of a is integer of class. Okay, integers value can be of any length such as integers 10, 2, 29, maybe positive, maybe negative, maybe -5, -10, -150, etc. Now, second code. I define b is equal to 40.5. This is decimal value for float. Now let's run the code and check the type of this value. Here the type of b is class float. Okay, so my dear, float is used to store floating point numbers like 1.9, 9.9, 9.902, 15.2, etc. And in Python, it's accurate up to 15 decimal points. Okay, now next one is for complex number. So my dear, here I define the value 1 plus 3j to a variable c. Then I'm print the type of c with the help of type c function. Okay, so now let's run the code and check the class of this value. Here, the type of c is class complex. What is complex number? Complex number contain an ordered pair, just like 2 plus 3j, 3 plus 9j, and so on. And example is also given 1 plus 3j. Okay, and in this ordered pair is in the form of x plus iy. Okay, where x and y denotes the real and imaginary part respectively. I hope right now you know very well what is the difference between integer numbers, float numbers, and complex numbers. Let's move further. Second data type is sequence type data type. In this first data type is string. What is a string? The string can be defined as the sequence of characters. For example, here I am saying Python. Okay, this is sequence of character. Okay, and this is what? This is string. Okay, and is represented in the quotation mark, maybe double quotation, maybe single quotation, even maybe in triple quotation. Okay, a string handled in Python as a straightforward task since Python provides built-in functions and operators to perform operations in the string. For example, in the case of string handling, the operator plus is used to concatenate to a string as the operation. For example, in Python shell, I write the value hello in double quotation, then plus operator, then Python in quotation. It returns the value hello Python. Okay, let's take another example. In string data type, multiplication is known as a repetition operator. Okay, and it's used for multiplication of a string. For example, I write Python in double quotes, then multiplication sign, then 2. Then run the code. It returns the value Python and Python 2 times. Okay, let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take more examples. Hashtag string. I'm typing here str is equal to in double quotation Python is very easy and super smart language. Okay, then I'm just print the string. Okay, let's run the code. Let's give the string value. Python is very easy and super smart language. Okay, let's take concatenation of a string. Okay, so concatenation of a string. Okay, so first I'm typing here in double quotes hi, then plus sign, then in double quotes I'm typing Python. Now let's run the code. It gives the value hi Python after concatenation. Let's perform multiplication operator. For example, I'm typing here str is equal to pranshi, then multiplication sign, then 3. Okay, then print the value of str. Let's run the code. Pranshi, Pranshi, Pranshi in 3 times. Okay, so in this way we can apply many operations on a particular string. And don't worry, we will discuss string, tuples, and other data types in detail in upcoming lectures. Okay, means it's just a introduction for you. Now let's move further. List. What is list? In Python, lists are similar to array in C language. I hope आपने सी लैंग्वेज में एरे पढ़ा होगा. वहां पर हम एरे किस तरह डिफाइन करते हैं, लाइक दैट, इस तरह से हम एरे डिफाइन करते हैं. बट इन एरे आपके साथ एक रिस्ट्रिक्शंस होता है. एरे इज ए कलेक्शन ऑफ होमोजीनियस टाइप्स ऑफ वैल्यूज. बट नाउ वी आर इन पाइथन लैंग्वेज. पाइथन लैंग्वेज में ऐसा कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं है. Means the list can contain data of different types of values. Maybe integer, maybe string, maybe floating point. It's up to you. The items stored in the list are separated with a comma. Okay, and enclosed within square brackets like that. Okay, we can use concatenation operator, plus and repetition operator, multiplication with the list in the same way as they were working with the strings. Okay, let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some examples of list. Here, example of list. Firstly, I'm creating a list. For example, I'm creating a list 1 is equal to, so as you know very well, we can create list with the help of square bracket. So firstly takes square bracket, and in this I'm creating strings. For example, firstly I'm take a string Python, then separated by a commas, then I'm take a integer value 8, then comma, then I take a floating value 6.7, then I again taking a string value Pranshi, and then print the value of list 1. Let's run the code. So here value of list are Python 8, 6.7 and Pranshi respectively. Okay, now checking type of given list. So how to check the type of this list? With the help of type function. Just like print in the bracket type, then again in bracket list 1. Okay, let's run the code. Here type of list 1 is list. Okay, so this is all about introduction of list. Let's move further. Next data type is tuple. A tuple is similar to the list in many ways. Like list, tuple also contain the collection of items of different data types, and the items of the tuple are separated with a commas and enclosed in parentheses. Okay, so here is the difference between tuple and list. In list, items are enclosed in a square bracket, but in tuples, items are enclosed in parentheses like this. And very important point in tuple, tuple is a read-only data structure, as we can't modify the size and value of the items of a tuple. As we cannot modify the size and value of the items of a tuple. Let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some example and understand tuple very well. Tuple. Now I'm firstly creating a tuple. For example, in tuple, I create with the help of parentheses. So firstly, I take a string value Python. Then I take 8 integer value. Then take another string value. Then take another value 7.8. Okay. Firstly, check the type of tup, this variable. So how to check the type of tuple? Just print in the parenthesis type, then again in bracket TUP. Control plus enter and run the code. It gives class tuples. Okay, so here the class of this variable is tuple. Okay, now I'm printing the value of this tuple. Just type print and in the bracket tup. Control plus enter. So firstly it gives the output. Here class of tuple is tuple, and then all values are present in this data type tuple. Okay, so it's all about introduction of tuple. Let's move further. Next important data type is dictionary. A dictionary is an unordered set of a key value pair of items. It's like an associative array or a hash table in C language where each key stores a specific value. In this, key can hold any primitive data types, whereas value is an arbitrary Python object. And in dictionary, the items are separated with the commas and enclosed in the curly braces. Okay, don't be confused. In all the data types in list we can use a square bracket. In tuple we can use parentheses, and in dictionary we can use curly braces. Okay, let's move further and jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some examples of dictionary. For example, DIC is equal to, so how to create a dictionary with the help of curly braces? It's very easy. Now I am creating first key value. For example 1. Now I am creating first key value. For example 1, and in this value is Pranshi as a string value. Then separated via commas. Then I take second, then colon, then I'm taking 8. Okay, integer value. Then comma, then 3, then key pair are separated by a colon. Okay, and in this I'm taking a floating point value 5.8989. Okay, let's check the type of dictionary with the help of type function. So just type, then parenthesis, and in this DIC. Okay, then we'll print the values of dictionary. Okay, so let's run the code. Here the class of this is dictionary, Dict. Okay, now I wanna access only keys present in this dictionary. So how can I do it? I'm just type print, then your dictionary name, then dot keys function. Now let's run the code. Here dictionary keys are 1, 2, 3 respectively. As I already defined 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so in this way you can print all keys are present in this dictionary. Now how to print all values are present in this dictionary? It's very easy task and same as above task. Just take print, then bracket. It's very easy task and same as above task. Just take print, then bracket. In this your dictionary name, then values function. Let's run the code. So here dictionary values are Pranshi 8 and third one is 5.8989 respectively. Okay, so it's all about introduction of dictionary data type. Let's move further. Next data type is Boolean data type. Okay, Boolean type provides two built-in functions. They are true and false respectively. These values are used to determine the given statement is true or false. It denotes by the class bool. True can be represented by any non-zero values or t, whereas false can be represented by the 0 or f. Let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some examples of Boolean. Hashtag I'm creating here Boolean. Next, I'm defining the value print type of true, and in true keyword T is in uppercase. Okay, let's run the code. Here type of true is the class of bool data type. Okay, now other examples of Boolean data types are, for example, for example, I'm typing here a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 7. Next, I'm typing here print in the parenthesis. A is greater than b. Then I'm typing other operations like print a is double equal to b. Then in next line I'm typing print in parenthesis b is greater than a. Then print a is equal to 8. Let's run the code. See, output are, first output is true, means print of a is greater than b. A is equal to 8 and b is equal to 7, means a is greater than b. It's true. 8 is greater than 7. That's why here output is true. In second line, print a is double equal to b. It means a is equal to b or not. Here a is equal to 8 and b is equal to 7. It means a and b, they both are not equal. That's why output is false. Okay, now next in the fifth line, print b is greater than a. B is equal to 7 and a is equal to 8. B is less than 8. That's why output is false. And in last line, print a is equal to 8 means a is equal to 8 or not. So here a is equal to 8. Yes. That's why output is true. So I hope right now you clear all the things in Boolean data type, and it's all about introduction of Boolean data types in Python. Next data type is set. Python set is the unordered collection of the data type. It's iterable, mutable. Mutable means can modify after creation. Okay, and set has unique elements. In set, the order of the elements is undefined. It may return the change sequence of the element. The set is created by using a built-in function, set function, or a sequence of elements is passed in the curly braces and separated by the comma. And it can contain various types of values. Let's jump to the Jupyter notebook and take some examples of set. As you can see in theory part, set is defined with the already defined keyword is set. Okay. So now I'm defining a set 1. Okay. And in this I define some values in the curly braces. Okay. For example, first value is in the quote Python. Second value 89. third value, I repeat the value 89. Then next value is hello world. Okay, now I repeat again Python. Okay, so firstly, print all the values are present in set 1. Let's print set 1. Okay, control plus enter, run the code. Here output is 89 hello world and Python respectively. But as you can see, I'm defining Python 2 times and 89 is also in 2 times. But you know very well, but I already told you, set has unique elements, means no repetition of any element. Okay, let's move again on the Jupyter notebook. Now I wanna add some value in the set 1. So how can I do it? It's very simple. I'm just type here set 1 dot add method and the value in this parenthesis. Like I wanna add 90. Then I print set 1. Let's see the output. Here value of 90 is successfully added in the set 1 because before adding the output of set 1 is 89 hello world and Python respectively, and after adding the value output is updated is 89, then 90, then hello world and Python. So in this way you can add any value in set. Now I want to remove some values in the set 1. I'm just typing here set 1 dot remove, complete remove, and in the parenthesis 89. Okay, then I'm printing set 1. Okay, let's run the code. After successfully remove the value 89, output of the set 1 is only 90, hello world and Python. Okay guys, so in this lecture we will learn standard data types in Python. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. See you in the next lecture. Till now, stay tuned and make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Take care. Bye bye.